everyone, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. Alright guys, what's up with all those lowball offers? I know that is the hot topic right now. I mentioned it briefly in yesterday's video, but I wanted to spend a whole video talking about just the lowball offers. I have seen in the reselling groups on Facebook a plethora, a ton of topics and comments and conversations and discussions going on about the influx of lowball offers. And there seems to be two schools of thought, and I think they're both true. I think the lowball offers are coming from two different types of people. So the first one is obviously people who are at home, who aren't working from home, so they've either been laid off or sent home indefinitely until the situation that's going on right now is under control and people can go back to work. People are at home, so they're shopping because they're at home and they have nothing to do, they're bored, but they also don't maybe have as much income coming in. They may have gone from a 2-income family down to 1 or down to none, or they might be working from home and not making as much. Whatever the situation, there's a lot of folks right now who don't have as much income coming in as they used to, but they still want to shop. And unfortunately, in their minds, that means we got to give it to them cheaper. That's not really the case, but that's the one school of thought. And then the other second type of person are resellers who are trying to take advantage of other resellers. They are trying to find anyone who is panic selling, trying to get rid of their inventory, trying to get out of the business, freaking out because they're not making sales, and they're trying to get other sellers to give them their stuff for very, very cheap so that they can then have inventory and something to flip. None of us can thrift right now. None of us can go to garage sales, yard sales, thrift stores, church sales, estate sales, anywhere we used to go, auctions. That's all off the table. We can't go buy storage units and go through them. So we're all looking for ways to source online. We're all looking for ways to still get inventory, purchase it, and have it delivered to our door so we can have items to list on our platforms. Unfortunately, these unscrupulous sellers that would prey on other sellers are hoping to feed into that fear and that panic selling and get your stuff for super cheap so that they can make $1. I don't think that's right. I think we're all a reselling community and we should all be supportive of one another. Again, like I said in yesterday's video, there is a whole separate issue if someone is legitimately quitting reselling right now, if someone is getting out of the business because it just doesn't make sense for their financial situation or for their family, if they have to get rid of everything at cost and they are dropping their prices and clearancing them out just to get rid of them and get some cash flow, that's okay. If somebody sets the price on their item super cheap because they're clearancing it and you want to go in and buy it, that's fine. That's part of the free market. But when everyone knows the economy is unsure and that the sales are getting slower, you as a seller offer another seller 50, 60, 75% off or cheaper than the price, hoping that they're going to panic sell it to you because maybe they're not getting sales, maybe they're desperate for money. That's kind of gross. I mean, that's just how I feel. I think that's kind of gross. I don't think sellers should be preying on each other at this time or any time. But that's why you guys are seeing so many lowball offers. So you're seeing people with less money who still want their luxury items, and you are seeing other resellers who are hoping to catch you in a moment where you're desperate for a sale so that they can flip your item for what they know it's worth, which you know you could have sold it for. So my advice is to just do what you have always done. There is no reason to first of all, there's no reason to get upset because you really shouldn't have any emotions in business. I've been saying that to you guys for years too. There is no room in business for emotions. Your emotions do not belong in your business. They need to be separated. So if you get a ton of lowball offers, okay, you got a ton of lowball offers. Don't get emotional about it. This is just business. You can counter them at 10% off, just like you always have, and move on with your day and forget about the person. And it's just so many people are getting so worked up about it. And it goes back to the first thing. Don't get worked up about it. There's no need to get emotional about it. People are trying to still have their luxury items. What is it my mom used to say? A lot of people have champagne tastes on a beer budget. So they're going to try to buy these luxury items with less of a budget. And there's no need to get emotional about it. Counter it and move on with your day. If it's another seller, don't even sell to them if they're trying to prey on you. But yeah, just counter back like you always did. I absolutely 1000% do not recommend turning your best offers off at this time or setting your auto decline on your counters. Having best offers on is proven to give your items better visibility in the searches. And if sales are slow right now, you'll want to be doing everything you can do to be as visible as you can be to sell as much as you can. So don't turn your best offers off because you're getting frustrated, because technically, if you're keeping your emotions out of your business, you shouldn't be frustrated to begin with. And by turning best offers off, you're only doing yourself a disservice. Keep them on. You're getting more visibility. Your items are being seen by more people. And setting the auto decline, I think, also does a disservice to yourself. When you counter on an item, if they offered you $1 and you counter at $48, it's fine. Because when they offer and you counter, that item looks desirable now to Cassini, to the algorithm on eBay, because it has activity on it. It has offers going back and forth on it. This is a desirable item. People want this item. And that item gets more visibility, gets a free boost in searches. So look at it that way. When someone sends you a lowball offer, counter it like 10-15% off and thank them for the free boost in searches, because they may never come up to where you want. They may never purchase it from you, but them offering on it and you countering gave it a free boost. I cannot tell you how many times I have countered a lowball offer only for, minutes or hours later, same day, someone else to swoop in and buy it full price because it got a boost in the searches. So if you turn your auto counter on, you're not taking advantage of that way to make the algorithm work for you. They offer, decline. So if they offer and you personally decline or have the auto decline on, that's the end of it. But you can make the algorithm work for you. They offer you a lowball offer, who cares? Counter, because then the algorithm's working for you and that item is getting more visibility. And it happens all the time where someone else will come in and buy it full price, I promise you. The other thing is I think sometimes people are feeling you out. We often get these ridiculous lowball offers, and then we'll counter something reasonable and they'll buy it. I think sometimes people really are just feeling you out. We'll get $2 offers, $1 offers, $3 offers on stuff that's, $30, $40, $50. We go back with 10% off and they'll buy it. Some people are just kind of starting as low as they can just to kind of fill you out and see where you're going to go, see what they can get out of you. So it's always a good idea to counter, just in case it's one of those people who's just seeing what they can get you to come down to. But it also gives you that free boost in searches. Why not take advantage of that? All of these people that are complaining about the lowball offers, and I'm just going to set my auto decline, I'm just turning them off, well, then you're going to make less sales, period. I don't understand why you can't just leave them on. Get your items more visibility, get that boost in the searches, and just counter. It takes literally not even 2 seconds to counter somebody, 10% off, and go about your day. The reason people, here's the thing, here comes some tough love. Are you ready for this? The reason I think people think it's too much effort and takes too much time to counter offers is because those are the people who let it affect them. They get emotional about it, they get upset about it, and then they spend time and energy being upset about the lowball offer, and thus they feel like all offers are a waste of time and a waste of energy because they don't know how to keep those emotions out of their business. They don't know how to just counter and move on. So when you allow these counters to upset you, and you're spending time being upset, you're going into all the Facebook groups, and you're posting all the posts, and you're da-da-da-da. Yeah, it is taking too much time. But if you literally just pick up your phone, look at it, counter with 10% off, boom, done. Go back to taking photos. Go back to listing whatever you were doing. It is okay to vent sometimes if you're getting an extraordinary amount of lowball offers. I understand that it can be frustrating, even for those of us who are pretty good at keeping our emotions out of business. Your phone's going off all day and all it is lowball offers. It can be kind of frustrating or disappointing, and then you can vent, and that's fine. But there are some people, I think, that just take it way personal. It's not personal. It's not. People are just sending you offers to see what they can get away with, to see how cheap they can get it. And unfortunately, there are sellers out there who accept lowball offers, and so they're the ones who have trained and taught these buyers to do this. Those sellers that race to the bottom, like the fast nickel, don't care about how much profit they make. The minute they accept a $20 offer on jeans that should be $50, $60, they've now taught that buyer to go and offer $20 on all the jeans of that brand that they ever find. So it's kind of like a company. It's like everybody feeds into everybody else. But yeah, just kind of think of it that way. Like the seller or the buyer's just trying to see what they can get. And maybe in the past another seller let them get that item that cheap. And that's why they're trying it out with you. Just counter at 10% off, move on with your day. They'll either come up to where you want them to or they won't. Your item will get a boost in the search and someone else might buy it full price. Either way, you're keeping your account active. You're making all of your items look desirable to Cassini. If you turn off those best offers, you're not going to have as good a visibility placement in the searches to begin with. But without that activity on your items, without those offers coming in and you countering them, you're not going to be as noticeable in the algorithm anymore. Having those offers on and countering people is what makes your items, your store, everything look desirable, look active, and allows you to be seen more often in the searches. So that's where all those low balls are coming from, you guys. It's a combination of buyers and sellers right now, and it's as easy as countering and moving on with your day, period. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos on all social media. And you can email me at flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link down below for you guys. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, counter those offers, wash your hands, stay home. Thanks for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.